One. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my fellow beauty and barber professionals. Good morning. It is a dreary, oh my gosh, a rainy morning here in the great state of Georgia. I am Tamara Johnson Shealy, and this morning we are bringing to you our first Clubhouse Beauty and Barber Pros. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube and Facebook, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my fellow beauty and barber professionals. I am Tamara Johnson Shealy. I'm waiting for Miss Danielle to join us. We have a special guest, Miss Dashe. Oh, I hope I'm not saying her name. Daisha. Oh, she gonna get me, y'all. She gonna get me. I've been mispronouncing her name for about 2 weeks, y'all. Forgive me. But just to give you an update on who we are, an introduction to who we are, for those of you that don't know, Politics, Beauty, and Barber, the Concerned Beauty and Barber Professionals, we are a 2-in-1. We are your 2-in-1 professional organization. We are cosmetologists. We are estheticians. We are nail techs. We are barbers. And we are now massage therapists. So when Miss Lee comes on, she will be bringing us some great information and tuning us in to what's happening in the world of massage therapy. She is our first, she will be coined forever in this organization as our first massage therapist to come aboard. She is a pioneer in the middle of the country, y'all, in the middle of the country. So we're gonna bring her on and we're gonna have a robust conversation with her in just a bit. Danielle will be joining me on the broadcast, so you guys will hear from her as well. But again, we are a 2-in-1 organization, First and foremost, the Concerned Beauty and Barber Professionals, we address the need for higher continuing education standards. Every legitimate profession has mandated continual education. And for us to be deemed, y'all, in this COVID season, non-essential is a slap in the face. It was a total slap in the face. Yes, the world stopped. Yes, we needed to stop as well, but it was a total slap in the face to those of us who are licensed, who are legitimately professionals. It was a total slap in the face. Yes, we needed to have updated standards and additional procedures and practices and protocols. Of course we did. Every industry had to adjust to this COVID season. We had to, do things a lot differently. Yeah, of course we did. But did we have to completely be shut down? I don't believe so. And during this COVID season, our organization was fighting for beauty and barber professionals to get back to work. Because we could do it. We've been trained in health and safety, sanitation and infection control. We were prepared. We've been prepared for such a time as this. So no, we shouldn't have been shut down to the extent that we were across this nation. We should not have been treated as if we were second class, not legitimate professionals. No. So we fought to keep our industry, in the forefront. We didn't just sit back and sit idle. We fought. The other part of what we do, Politics, Beauty, and Barber, is we address policy nationwide, state to state, that affects the beauty and barber industry. Policy, y'all, bills, laws, rules that affect us. We're all about making sure that we are the table, not just a seat at the table. We are the table. Because we have, legislators and everybody that wants to come in and say, this is how this industry should work. No, this is not how this industry should work. This is not who you say we are. We know who we are as beauty and barber professionals. So let's come to you live. I'm going to bring to you some information. I have some screens. My screens I'm going to show you. Let's see. Danielle, put your avatar up. I will bring you to the screen with me. Put your avatar up. We need a face, girl. We need to see that pretty face. All right. So let's bring to the screen, y'all. Let's bring to the screen. I'm going to share my screen. Share the screen. I want to talk to you about, what's next? What's next? Now that we're in this after COVID season, what's next? Let's share this screen. All right. There it is. All right, I'm gonna bring Danielle to the screen. Danielle, you got your avatar missing, sugar. Your avatar is missing. I'm gonna bring you back when you have your avatar up. We need to see a face. Yes, she's coming back. So barbershop closes after 33 years. What's in the news? Beauty and Barber Pros, what's in the news? Barbershop Pros, what's in the news? This barbershop in the state of Indiana, Newburgh, Indiana, after 33 years of cutting hair along the Newburgh riverfront, one barber closed his door for good. 33 years, this barber has closed his doors for good in Newburgh, Indiana. John Armino says he's going to miss hearing all of his customers' life stories. And this isn't farewell for him. This is not a farewell for Mr. Armino. He says, I love and I miss you all. Gee, I can't stop crying. You know, this is what we do, y'all. We're engaged in this industry. This is not, you know, just what we do on a day-to-day to feed our families. You know, we believe in this. You know, we love this. He says, I can't stop crying. He says, John Armino had a teary-eyed goodbye as he looked around his empty shop, which is still full of memories. He says, we've had a lot of fun, but I have to admit the nice part is not working with the same people every day is a new story and a new chapter. So he's excited about his next chapter of his career in the beauty industry. Goes on to say, let me make this bigger. I think it's a little, for those of you that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, let me make this screen a little larger for you. There it is. He reflects on all the people who sat in this barber chair over the last 33 years and the conversations they had. You know, this is, like I say, not something we do. This is our life. It says so many beautiful stories, and it helped me understand life a little more too. Armino said his customers became family. Some of them stopped by the empty shop one last time. Even though it's been over 3 decades, Armino can't believe he's having to close shop so soon. But his landlord wouldn't renew his lease. Here's the highlight, y'all. His landlord wouldn't renew his lease. And they gave me a letter saying by April 30th, I had to be out of here. So I'm going to tell you, it's a seller's market right now. Who knows what this landlord is doing? He's probably selling this property. You know, his landlord wouldn't renew his lease after 33 years. What does that say? That say we're hurting in this industry. Armino has plans to continue cutting hair until he's at least 80 years old, he says. Before the virus came along, on my day off, which was Monday, I used to go to nursing homes, and now I'm expanding that to all my clients. If they need a haircut, give me a call. I'll come to your house and do it, says Armino. His next step may require additional permits and licenses, but that obstacle won't cut into the profession. Armino plans to continue practicing. So he ain't going nowhere. And shout out to John Armino, 33 years of owning his shop and being a barber. And now his landlord won't renew his lease. It just shows you that, you know, what's happening to us in this COVID season, that we're hurting. 33 years of owning his shop. Now he can't. He's there. They gave him a letter. So that's John Armino, y'all, up in the great state of Indiana, keeping us in the news, in the know about what is happening in the beauty and barber industry. Another article I found quite interesting about what's going on. The first thing they'll say is, I'm sorry. This was an esthetician, y'all. She says on what she's seeing after a year of lockdown and the rush before the hot vac summer. So she is talking about, you know, what's happening now that we are back at work and people haven't been able to get their waxing services. Her name's Kimberly Murray. Says initially it was slow. People were really slowly starting to trickle in because I think everyone was still nervous about going out and getting services. But over the last couple of months, people have been coming in. Let me make my screen larger for those of you who are watching us live on Facebook. For those of you who are watching us live on YouTube, let me make this larger. Hi, Ayana, welcome. I see you here in the Clubhouse. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you, thank you. Let's make this a little bigger so you can read along. Goes on to say, but over the last couple months, People have been coming in. They have been excited about getting back into the world and resuming self-care practices that they did before all of this. So Kim said they're coming back in. The question was to her next was, do you think there's an uptick in appointments since the vaccine was introduced? She says, yeah, I've noticed that over the last month or two. Whenever somebody comes in, they're like, oh yeah, I've been vaccinated. I've been vaccinated. We don't even ask. They just volunteer it themselves. She goes on to say, I've been vaccinated also. And that's a conversation I think we can definitely have here on Clubhouse and Facebook and YouTube. The vaccine, our beauty and barber professionals actually getting the vaccine, and what's their thoughts? The next question was, probably a lot of your clients haven't experienced being touched either by someone who isn't an immediate family member or anyone at all in a while. What is that like? You know, that's the beauty of what we do in the beauty and barber industry. You know, the touch, the personal interactions that we have. She says, I would say more so with doing facials. They have just been so happy to have someone perform a service on them just to feel cared for. That's been, oh my gosh, that's been very humbling to me to be able to provide that type of service for them. Just to help people feel good, just to have a human connection. That is literally who we are as beauty and barber professionals. I see my co-host has joined me. She got her avatar up. Good morning, Danielle. Give me some volume. Unmute your mic. You muted yourself, Danielle. Unmute your mic not on Clubhouse, but on the broadcast. Can you hear me, Danielle?
Hang on one second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Good. Sorry, my voice is hoarse. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
We're good. So yeah, Danielle, people are getting back to work. I'm excited to hear that clients, our professionals are busy all over again. Books are full. What are your thoughts, Danielle?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that, we are reminded ourselves that we are professional. We are essential. We are trained, and, we have to get out here and sustain our businesses, sustain our lifestyles.
I'm just glad to hear that we are back to work, but we're going to dive in. We have Miss Lee. We have our first massage therapist, to our organization. Let me bring her into the broadcast. Let me bring her on the screen. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to the organization. You are our inaugural massage therapist. This organization will forever know. And I've been butchering your name.
You actually got it right the first time.
Dashe. Did I? Daisha.
Yeah.
Dashe Lee. I've been butchering her name for about 2 weeks, y'all. I'm sorry. Welcome to our organization. Welcome to this broadcast this morning. Beauty and Barber Pros in the news right here on Clubhouse. We are the Beauty and Barber Industry update right here on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning, Miss Lee. Tell us you are in is it Iowa?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Iowa, in the middle of the country, basically, right?
Yeah.
You are new to the industry. You are new to the beauty and barber industry. Tell us, how did massage find you, or you find massage? Tell us.
So I was on a deployment. I'm a veteran, and I went overseas, and I just had a lot of stress and anxiety. And I knew I wanted to do something that was more holistical, but I still wanted to be able to help people and stuff like that. My mom recommended being a nurse, but I'm not really, that's not really something that I would be into. So I looked more into other stuff, and I went to get a massage, and then I just realized how relaxed I was after I got the massage. So that's kind of where it started, I guess. And I was like, I could probably do this. So I did. Yeah.
So you found it and it found you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's kind of my story with the nail industry and me. My story is like, my aunt actually went to school to do nails and I laughed at her. And I feel so bad. And I tell the story because I want people to know how, how we're slept on as professionals, how people, and I did it myself before I became part of the industry. I laughed at my aunt. I was like, how are you going to make money doing that? I mean, is that really a career? Like, I laughed at her. She went on and loved it and went not only just to do nails, she went in to do hair as well. My sister decided to go to school for nails, loved it too. And I kind of was laughing at her. But then after I got robbed twice on my job, I used to work at the bank. I was a lead teller. And after my second time getting robbed, I said, to hell with this. I'm not going to continue to protect somebody else's money with my life. I'm done. And I was like, I'm going to try this nail thing. And that's how I came into the industry and went to nail school and fell in love. Same thing with you. So I get it. It's kind of like it finds you and you find it. And this is where you're supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us more about yourself and massage. You were locked down in Iowa. Tell us what happened pre-COVID. And then, how has your state of Iowa come out of this COVID season and where are you now?
So pre-COVID, like massage was pretty, like I'm new. So I actually started during COVID. But I was able to like talk to a lot of people that I knew that were in massage. And yeah, like our state was locked down too. And it was locked down for like, I think about 4 months. And a lot of people, like, it was rough because they still had to pay their rent. They still had to pay rent at like the places they were at too. And it just kind of like, I don't know. Luckily for me, I didn't start that yet, but I knew a lot of people, they had to like go into their savings and like just to stay afloat. And I think that that's like, what's like really sad about it. And people are still trying to catch up, like even now. And I know Iowa, Kim Reynolds, like she's very, she always says this thing like Iowas will do the right thing or something like that. So as soon as she was able to lift the ban, she did, but it still like affected a lot of people. So like once she lifted the ban, that's actually around the time I even got into it. And there was a lot of rules and regulations when it came to that. And a lot of people weren't getting massages because it's not necessarily a necessity. And people were afraid to like get massages, especially without a vaccine. So right now they actually, a lot of people in Iowa specifically are actually getting the vaccine. I personally got the vaccine and I'm seeing that a lot of my clients are getting the vaccine as well. And I think that it's starting to make the business go a little bit like up more. So that's like a good thing.
This side, y'all can hear me on Clubhouse, but she couldn't hear me. So how long were you guys on lockdown? Like, were you locked down for a long period of time in the industry there?
No, I think it was like about like 4 months. Like Kim Reynolds was very big on like opening the state as soon as possible. So a lot of that's our governor. A lot of the people in Iowa were able to start their business back again. But I know I talked to a lot of different massage therapists in different states and stuff like that, and that wasn't necessarily the case for them. They were down for a long time, and they had a lot of regulations. And our regulations weren't too bad. They were just everyone had to wear a mask. So. Mm-hmm. In Iowa, it wasn't too bad with it was probably the best situation, but we had a lot of COVID cases because there was not a lot of regulations and rules. So it's like, it's kind of good like for business, but then it's also not good because it's, you're almost like not taking the virus seriously. So, but for me, the way it affected me, I was at the end of it. So there was really not that much regulations anymore. And people were starting to feel more safe about going out. But there's still a lot of people who are still concerned. But once I got vaccinated, I feel like that kind of like eased a lot of my clients' like kind of ease them into being like, oh, okay, I'm okay with this. Like, I feel safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's, for a lot of people there, as this vaccine rolls out, for those that are willing to take it. I no longer practice. I'm not providing services. I'm full-time, our organization. So I'm not behind the table doing services. So I'm personally just decided I'm not going to take the vaccine. I'm going to, let my immune system do what it does. And I'm relatively healthy. I do believe I've probably already been exposed to it. I believe my younger son had it before we knew as a country what COVID was. He was really, really sick very, very, very early on, and I took care of him. So I'm sure I was exposed then. And my oldest son actually did have it, and I took care of him too. So, I got some antibodies. That's my belief. But to each his own, But this is an industry that I knew, like your governor said, that, she said that Iowans could handle it. I had so much confidence, and Danielle can tell you, I had so much confidence in our industry in the very beginning because I knew we could handle it. We were trained. Our foundation as professionals is health and safety and sanitation and infection control. Like we know what frontliners know. And honestly, we know it like they know it, and we practice it like they practice it. Like I say, of course, we had to have additional procedures and protocols. Of course we did. Everybody did. But that doesn't mean we couldn't handle it. And I think this is, the industry of touch. We don't just provide services and make people look good. The fact that we are as close and as intimate as we are with our clients, people need that. We humans, animals, we need that kind of interaction with one another. So, this was an industry that, like I said, we fought tooth and nail. Like we were prepared. We actually wrote a book. As an organization, we have a book that came out immediately when COVID hit. Our book was ready because we knew that we could handle it with everything that we're practicing now, as in this on the backside, prayerfully, of this pandemic, where we were already prepared to tell our industry, what needed to be done. Danielle, you want to jump in right there? Let me unmute you. Or can you unmute your mic? We can hear you, Danielle.
Okay, perfect. Good morning, Dashay. I just wanted to welcome you aboard. I'm so excited to have you on the team. It's just an awesome opportunity for you and for all of us. And I just want to say that, with COVID, I think that it's just, it was a reality check for a lot of us of how, things have, how things can be changed overnight. That just truly changed overnight. And I think it has really given us an opportunity to come together, to stand together and learn what needs to be done, just so that way we can keep our businesses, so that we can stay effective in this industry, because a lot of us are small business owners, entrepreneurs. We're out here like really doing our own thing. We're trying to leave legacies. And in the blink of an eye, all of that was almost snatched away. So, I'm just really excited about just the vision of what we're doing and getting this information out, because I know before I met Tamara, I was starting to learn about the different things that was happening in politics. And I'm like, wait a minute, why don't we have a voice in this? Why don't we have a say? Why are they able to make these changes and we just have to just sit there and take it? It's not fair, And so shortly after is when I met Tamara, and I was just extremely excited that I'm like, okay, somebody gets it. Somebody understands that we need to have a voice, in legislation, that we need to understand what happens at the top end trickles down and affects us here in the beauty industry as well. So I just wanted to add that little 2-piece in there. And again, I'm really excited about you coming on board with us. Now, Tamara, I may have to jump off because I do have another appointment, but I'm going to try to hang in here with you ladies, but I may have to jump off.
Oh, no worries. I know you have the state board meeting this morning. We want you to jump off. Miss Daisha, right? Oh gosh, help me. I'm old, girl. I'm
I go
trying.
by Shay too, if that'd be easier.
Shay.
Yeah.
Okay, Shay. I can remember Shay. I got a cousin named Shay. So Danielle, yes, jump off, get over there to that state board meeting so you can bring us an update on the next, because we're going to be doing these lives here on Clubhouse. We're live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We're going to be more and more consistent with our delivery, with our information, with our advocacy efforts, what's happening in the industry. And we have a June 14th Industry Day coming up. Danielle, why don't you give us a spill on that and then head out, and then Miss Shay and I could handle it the rest of the way.
Awesome. So Industry Day this year will be virtual. This is the 8th annual Industry Day for Politics, Beauty and Barber, which I'm really excited about. It is virtual. Not that I don't like seeing people in person, but I just think that this will really give people an opportunity who may normally not be able to travel to come and hang out, spend the day with us. We have a lot of great things planned. We have a panel of some excellent industry leaders. Tamara has some tricks in her bag as well. I know she's going to pull out some stuff, and will be speaking as well. So the information is available online. I believe Tamara has been promoting it on her social media. I have as well. There's also, if you're on Clubhouse, there's also information in my bio. If you want to take a peek at my bio, you can go in there and click on the link and get more information. But please register. We would love to have you all with us.
Awesome, Danielle. Thank you. Go ahead, get over there to that meeting, that state board meeting, so we can have an update, about what's happening in the state of Pennsylvania.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. You have an amazing day.
Have a good one, Danielle. Thank you. Awesome. So yeah, Miss Daisha Dashe.
Yeah, Dashe.
Dashe. I want to get your name right. I'm just keep working with me. I promise you, one day it's gonna stick and click. It just sometimes take me a minute. But I just do want to welcome you to the organization. I welcome you to the industry. This industry was very good to me as a professional. I can tell you that for 18 years, I provided services, and people, like I said, I laughed at my aunt, I laughed at my sister until I came into this industry and realized they were on to something, and I was the one that they should have been laughing at. I can just tell you, you have embarked upon a career that if you love it, it will love you back. When you love on your clients, they're going to love you back. You will not lack in this industry. You will not do without. It will be times where I can tell you professionally, it is a roller coaster, but when it's good, it is good. It is real good. So when it's good, you be mindful and you be diligent to put some monies aside, and you prepare for the times when it does slow down. Because I found that in this industry, when I practiced, it was seasonal for me. I was a nail tech. So my spring and my summer was off the chain. My fall and my winter, I had to be very creative with how I was making sure that I was stable during those times when people weren't as intentional about getting their hands and feet done. So be mindful and be creative, and don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid. One thing I came up with was a gift certificate program for my fall and my winter that made sure that I had XYZ dollars because I sold XYZ number of gift certificates. So I would have XYZ numbers of dollars for those 6 months where it might be crazy for me where they may not come, but at least I've already, packaged it in such a way that they can come and I still will have the revenue that I needed to sustain myself and my family. I was a single mother. I just tell you, love this industry, love on this industry, love on your clients, and it will love you back. That will be my professional advice to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're going to do well. You're going to do well because you're starting out as young as you are and as new as you are. You're starting out with the right mindset. You're not just looking at this one dimensionally. You're saying this is an industry that I want to see thrive because it'll work for me if it thrives, and it'll work for my fellow professionals. So I applaud you for taking such a stand early on in your career. You'll go far and you will do well and you will be great. I believe that about you. So I'm excited to have you aboard, and I just want to say thank you. You have any parting words or closing words as we close out the broadcast here on, we're going to close it out here on YouTube and Facebook, but you and I, let's jump over for 15 more minutes over on Clubhouse. Let's give them a few more minutes of our time. But any parting words for our Facebook and YouTube family?
Yeah, I just you know, when it comes to massage, I'm passionate about it because of the touch. And I think touch is very important. Like you were saying earlier too. It's and it's hard right now because while we're in COVID, we're not supposed to be touching nobody. So that's why it's like really good for an organization like this. Like, no, we're professionals. We know exactly what we're doing. We know how to touch without like possibly like infecting anyone, and we have precautions for that. So I just thank you for like having me on here, and that's all I gotta say.
And thank you for joining us. And thank you for, like I say, starting so early in your career with maintaining the profession and your level of professionalism. So I applaud you. So I am Tamara Johnson Shealy. Please check us out. We are Politics, Beauty, and Barber. You've seen it scroll across the screen. If you are watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, you've seen it. It's scrolling right across the screen. Politics, Beauty, Barber. Join us. Be a part of what we're doing. Be a part of what we're doing if you are a beauty or barber professional. If you are an esthetician, a nail tech, barber, cosmetologist, and massage therapist. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Thank you. Thank you, Dashe.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's hop on Clubhouse and let's give them a few more minutes of us, and we will see you back here, Beauty and Barber Professionals, live on YouTube and live on Facebook on next week, Monday. Have a good week, everybody.